Hey guys, it's the Addi Queen, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a dish scrubby on the 22 needle Addi. For this video I will be using sugar and cream scrub off cotton yarn. I've never used this before, but you do have to go slower when you are using cotton and an Addi because, I don't know, the machines don't always like it. I'm going to leave a pretty decent tail. I'm going to cast on, reset my row counter. And we are going to do 20 rows. It is splitting the yarn a little bit. There we go. Sometimes when I first cast on, my 22 pin likes to act up a little bit, but after I get past the beginning, it does pretty good. Like after this row, there should be no more issues. Yep, there we go. I don't know why it does that. It's always done that. I'm going to pull this to minimize tension. Like I said, you just have to go slow. Machines do not like cotton very well. We are knitting 20 rows for this dish scrubby. So here you can see the yarn has a little bit more textured, what I'm using right now. And I think that's why it's the scrub off version. Like, see? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'll pull some out to minimize tension. When you have a skein that has a lot of tension, you don't really want your Addi having to pull it out on its own. That's really hard on your machine. Oh shoot. There's a drop stitch. Okay. And we continue. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Chugging along. Alright, I'm on row 9. I'm going to come back when I have my 20 rows. I'm just about to finish my 20th row. Actually, no, I'm going to do one more row, just, I don't know, I feel like it. I've seen people make these scrubbies, depending on the size you want, you can use between like 15 and 20 stitches. Alright, I'm going to cut a pretty decent tail here. And you're going to cast off, and you're going to take it off just like you would a beanie. I'll stick that there, go around once with no yarn in the feeder. Now I'm just going to go through and take off my stitches. And there goes my cat behind my backdrop. That's really nice. He likes to try to sabotage my videos, if you haven't noticed. Alright. So here is my scrubby. I'm going to pull really tight to make this end pucker. Like that. I'm going to go ahead, zoom in my camera so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, see, I've got this to pucker. Now I'm going to thread on my yarn needle. And I'm just going to tie a knot for now. Just a simple little knot, nothing major. This is mostly to hold it in place. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to pull tight. Since this is the cast on side, you know, you always end up with this long tail that nobody really wants, right? Nobody wants a random long tail on their dish scrubby. So for now, for the sake of easy working, I'm going to trim off a good portion of it. Gonna take my needle through and tie another little knot. this time, instead of taking my needle off, I'm going to try to spread this thing flat. I'm going to go through this middle hole, and I want to come out through this middle. Again, you want to go through both holes here for the middles. Pull that super duper tight. And go on this half. Thread on the needle, go through both holes. So you don't want to come out like right here. You want to make sure you come out in the middle. I'll go through one more time. Just gonna go through both holes. And I'm gonna have both ends on the same side so I can tie them together. Through the middle. Now I'm just going to tie these two together a couple of times. I'm going to trim them to where they're the same length. Put them in my needle. I'm just going to tuck them inside of my scrubbie. Like that. Pull them in. Then I'm going to trim the part that's sticking out. And voila! There you have a quick and easy knit dish scrubby on an Addi machine. If you don't want it to be as big and round, you can do less rows. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy crafting!